Hey there, fellow reefers. Today I'm going to be discussing the Mastertronic. As many of you who may have been attempting to purchase a Mastertronic have found out, is there's not a lot of availability here in the US. So I did some research and I decided to purchase it from Europe, specifically SeaFlower, company out of the Netherlands, who I found to be responsive and communicated quickly, sent it out the next day, and the price was right. I think the biggest fear I had in ordering it from outside the US was issues with warranty, which is a real concern, but I decided to take the risk nevertheless. As far as the cost goes, I was actually surprised to find that it ended up being cheaper ordering it from Europe, in this case the Netherlands, than it was buying it here in the US, and I'll break it down for you how that was the case. The Mastertronic from SeaFlower was about $1,200, and I had to also pay shipping, which was $165. The going value of a Mastertronic here in the United States is about $1,300. So to this point, I theoretically paid $65 more for the Mastertronic, delivering it from Europe. But I decided to also purchase some supplies for the Mastertronic, as well as some of the test kits through SeaFlower. To start with, I purchased 5 refill kits of Fauna Marin NO2 plus NO3, which Mastertronic actually recommends as the preferred method or preferred brand to use with the Mastertronic to check nitrates. The cost through SeaFlower was about $15.50 per refill kit, and here in the US I found it to be closer to $30 per test kit, and since I bought 5, I ended up saving about $60 on the Fauna Marin test kits. Another big saving was the SeaFlower syringe and needle bundle, which comes with 4 syringes and 6 needles. Unfortunately, it looks like the needles are custom made by Focustronic, which means you can't buy them on the market. You can get the syringes, but not the needles. I decided to buy 5 packs of these through, again, SeaFlower. Each pack cost $10. Through Coral View, you can buy each kit for $28.75, so it's almost 1/3 of the price. So I bought 5 of those, so I actually save about $100 there. This is what the Fauna Marin NO2 plus NO3 refill kit looks like, and this is what the SeaFlower syringe and needle bundle looks like. I also found these Mastertronic dosing pump head, which I went ahead and bought 2 of these, and they were about $19. Since I was purchasing this from Europe, I bought this converter on Amazon. It came with 2 of these for about $15, I believe. Other than the Fauna Marin, which I purchased in Europe, these were the other test kits that I purchased for the Mastertronic: the Phosphate Pro, the calcium through API, the alkalinity through Salifert, and the Magnesium Pro through Red Sea. Getting the refills is probably your best bet. It's like half the price than getting the full kit. I do have other test kits that I'll be using to measure against the Mastertronic, at least initially, mostly HANA checkers. So let's talk a little bit about why I bought this. It may be the 20% that accounts for 80%, as they say. The thing that falls by the wayside eventually is water testing. I'm a firm believer that The simpler you make things, the more likely you are to do them. And while testing once a week is actually reasonable and not too hard, even in the best of circumstances, even if I had the time, would not be testing on a daily basis. For example, the alkalinity, nitrogen and phosphate. As I add new things to the aquarium, add more food, remove food, add fish, add coral, I really want to have those charts to look back on. I really want to be able to follow slightly obsessively on the progress or reduction, because I'm interested not only in the flourishing of the tank, but in the process of how you get to a flourishing tank. This enables the part of me that simply wouldn't put in the effort to get that information. I am really curious to see how effective of a tool, how accurate it is, and as I use it, I will do an update